As an ADHD poster child, I learned tricks to help me remember things, and analogies and stories are right up my alley. I originally got this when I was doing a lot of professional coaching, and I would see people time after time that would come in and let's say, well, I remember one specific time I got hired because a woman wanted to be a nurse and she was a good nurse, but she didn't like people. And they didn't know what to do. And I worked with her and I came up with one solution. That's not an easy one, but it was to say to her patients, you know, I'm not the most congenial, like happy everyday kind of person, chatty person, but I'm a good nurse. And if you'll just trust me, I'll give you some good service. But don't expect me to be chatty Cathy or Miss Personality because that's not my focus. I don't know if it worked or not because I lost touch with her soon after that, and I'm thinking that it must have because she was really close to getting fired. At the same time, I realized that I've spent my whole life without really realizing what the glue was that kept me connected in a job or a specific project that I was working on, and it came together to me with lumosity, really. I did that to keep my brain challenged, and every day I did it, I think for 6 years probably, most days, and what they give you is phenomenal. At the end of this time, it gave me a report of what areas of strength I had. So you'll never guess, but one of the top qualities I had based on all those games I had played was being a good researcher. And I love research. And as I look back, I can see how researching really was the crux of why I was successful at every job I did. It was being resourceful that kept me being a person of value I worked for doctors and lawyers primarily, but what made me valuable to them was that I was resourceful and refused to quit. I always wanted to find the solution or the answer. I started using this after seeing so many people try and make themselves into something they weren't. And at that time, I wrote a book, which I've yet to publish, called Don't Conform, Connect. What that meant was to find the place you're supposed to be, and then life is easier. Just now, I was so frustrated with myself because I've tried to do a podcast probably 330 times and it doesn't work, but I keep trying. And then when I fail, I beat myself up. And then I wash my face after crying for a few days and get up and go, there's no reason why I can't do this. People don't have to like me. People need the information if there are people like me out there. And I give myself the talk and I try again and it doesn't work. And today it occurred to me that I'm looking at it in the wrong way. I need to try a different method. So instead of trying to beat myself up every day and get my self-confidence in the biggest rut ever, I do it to myself, self-sabotage. Do you? Instead of that, why don't we take a breath? Or a few of them, and think about things and what we might be able to do to find a good fit. What can we change? How can we look at it differently? Has anyone else found a solution to the problem? Well, that still doesn't go. And then all of a sudden, when we get relaxed, we feel more confident and comfortable, and we start becoming more knowledgeable, and things fall into place. Because everything starts and ends with us and the way we see a thing. Maybe I better put this up front on my desk.